As a meter reader, you face a multitude of driving hazards. The leading cause of vehicle accidents among meter readers is improper parking and improper backing. Reducing the frequency of backing combined with backing appropriately will reduce the potential that you will be involved in one of these backing incidents. Here are some examples of what not to do. When you park in places like this, many things can happen. For example, customers don't always look before backing up. And children don't always pay attention. And still, it could be worse. Imagine if that was your kid. Here is how this meter reading situation should have been handled. Notice how the meter reader pulls to a safe spot, carefully checks his mirrors, then turns to look out the back window while backing up. Also notice how he is backing upon arrival, before getting out of his truck to read the meter while his information is current and before it can change. Now let's look at some other scenarios. In this case, the meter reader can safely read the meter without getting out of the truck, but what he does afterwards should never happen. Instead of backing out, the meter reader should have used the space available and turned around safely to drive forward out of the long driveway. What's wrong with this scene? First, he shouldn't be pulling into the driveways to read the meter and then backing out into the street. Second, this area is clearly better handled by parking the truck in a safe spot and walking from house to house reading the meters rather than driving. By walking this area, the meter reader can drastically reduce the potential of having a vehicle accident. If a meter reader has to drive to a house in a neighborhood and parking on the street is not safe, the meter reader should back into the driveway, allowing him to drive forward, pulling out into the street when leaving. Here is a common mistake that most meter readers make. In an attempt to get as close to the meter as possible, they pull into a parking spot and get out to read the meter, forcing them to back up when they leave. A much better alternative in this situation is to park where you can drive forward when leaving, completely eliminating backing from the scenario. If there is nowhere to park that you can pull through, remember, always back into your parking spot. This allows you to pull out into the flow of traffic when leaving instead of backing out. So when you're out reading meters, remember these points. Backing accidents are the #1 cause of accidents involving meter readers. Not all backing accidents are directly our fault. Many times others back into us. So remember to park in an area that will reduce the risk of someone else backing into you. Reducing the frequency of backing will help reduce the risk of having a backing accident. Try to keep up with how many times each day you put your vehicle in reverse, and then the next day try to reduce that number. If backing is necessary, always back upon arrival before you read the meter, while the information is most current. You never know when something like a child has gotten behind your vehicle. When it's not possible to pull through your parking spot, always back into the spot. This allows you to pull out into the flow of traffic instead of backing out. Practicing these tips will help you reduce the chances that you will be involved in a backing accident, keeping the company's trucks safe, keeping you safe, and keeping those around us safe. Please remember these tips and practice them daily. Be safe.